welcome back to another YouTube video. I am not going to lie to you, I did sit down, I sat here and I filmed a full video about my 2025 goals, my race plan, everything. And when I went to edit it, the quality was horrific. I was like, I can't post this. It literally looked like it had been filmed on a potato. So I was like, right, okay, I'll refilm it. And I refilmed it, and my camera, I don't know if anyone else has this issue, but the vlogging camera that I have has this mode where it doesn't use sound. So I sat here and I filmed like a second, like 45-minute sit down video, and it didn't have any sound. And at that point I was like, it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to happen. So apologies that there has been a little bit of quiet between the last video and this one. That is why I didn't have it in me to sit down and talk through everything again. However, today's video, as you'll see from the title, is race prep, and race day. I am racing a local 10k tomorrow. It basically starts the premise of test week. So I am testing, as of next week, I'm testing to set my baselines, to set paces, to set watts, to set swim paces. And I'm really, really looking forward to it, to be honest. I'm really interested to know whereabouts I am. I'm definitely not my fittest in all areas, but I do feel as though I'm improving. So it'll just be interesting to see where I'm at. Really, really looking forward to it, to be honest. Not looking forward to the actual tests because they're going to be horrific, but more on that in the next video, because this video is going to be all things 10k race. So this race that I'm doing is just a local 10k. Last year we had a look earlier, there was just under 400 people that did it, so a relatively small race. We being me and Jordan, I messaged him earlier and was like, let's go and have a look at the course, see, because it's like it's been -4 degrees all day today in Oxfordshire. I was like, let's just see what the conditions of the road are like, see what's going on, have a look at the route because it's described as hilly. So yeah, we did that. The course looks gorgeous, like absolutely unreal. You will hopefully see some footage tomorrow, but I did actually really quiet back roads. I stopped at one point to take a photo, and this was the road. So like, as cold as it is, and as much as I hate being cold and I hate the cold weather, it is absolutely gorgeous, so I can't really complain at that. The race itself, 10k, it is flat with a little bit of a roll for the first mile. Then the miles 2 to sort of 3.5 are basically straight downhill, which then means that like 3.5 to 5, you don't come back on yourself up the same road, but you come along a similar road back. And then it's pretty flat after you climb sort of 2 bigger hills. So it'll be interesting. It's probably going to be slower. Well, no, it is going to be a slower second half to first half. But the goal is somewhere between 50 minutes and an hour, and that is pretty realistic from where I'm at the moment. I would like to say that I will be sitting closer to the 50, but with the conditions of the road, how I see it being, the weather forecast tonight, I think there are going to be some parts where you're just going to have to take it a little bit easier. Obviously, if it was a flatter route, you can sort of push on a little bit harder, but I'm a little bit wary that I don't want to smash it downhill and then get to the uphill and have absolutely blown up in the first 3 miles. It is my first proper running race for quite a long time, to be honest. And what that means is that I'm out of gear, I'm out of practice of pacing, of like how to race. So that is essentially the goal and why I booked it in for this race a couple of months ago, because I was like, it'll be good to have a little bit of training, race day training between sort of now and the goal race, which is 70.3 Venice, which is May, and I am really, really looking forward to. And as I said, this run is then going to set the paces for my steady runs, for my interval runs, for everything from now onwards, essentially, up until the 70.3. Really looking forward to it. The actual race, not so much. I would be really looking forward to it if it wasn't so cold. But you know, when it's so cold, it puts like a lot of pressure on. There are so many more factors as to why it cannot be a good race. Like if I'm too hot, if I'm too cold, it's just one of those things. I'm absolutely not living for this -4. Like I don't remember the last time that I was warm. But yes, that is that. So this video, I am going to run through what I'm wearing, race prep. Jordan is at the moment, he's just got a steady run on his program. So my fast pace is his steady pace. So he's gonna run it alongside me, which hopefully means that we're gonna get some videos, we can put some footage in, but I will pop everything that I get here. Before I do, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it does really help just push the video out there so I can connect with more people on their fitness journeys, triathlon journeys, just people that like watching YouTube. So that would mean the absolute world to me. And yeah, next thing on my to-do list is to get out my running kit, my race day kit. I haven't yet registered because it's one of those races where you have to register in the morning. Like I said, it's a really low-key race. Like, you go and register in the morning. So we're off at 10:15 tomorrow, and we're aiming to get there for about 9 so that we have enough time to go in, register. I don't know how long the queues are going to be, get our numbers, everything that we need, and then put all of that on and then get into a warm-up. So that is the plan. Like I say, I haven't got a blooming clue what I'm going to wear yet because it's just so cold. I don't know whether to go shorts or whether to go leggings. Oh, I guess you'll see and you'll decide with me. Good morning. It is just after 8 o'clock. I'm getting picked up in about 15 minutes. So I've just been tidying up a little bit, making sure I've got everything. I've got about 6 different changes of clothes because I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I don't know how cold it's gonna be. I don't really know what's going on. I've got a couple of different pairs of socks, 1 pair of shoes. I may stick another pair of shoes in just in case. Yeah, it's not actually as cold this morning as it was yesterday morning, so that is a very good sign. Yeah, had my breakfast, just trying to hydrate, but then not hydrate too much because obviously then I don't want to have to go for a wee. I just need to put my camera on charge. Yeah, don't want to hydrate too much because then I don't want to need a billion wees, but there we go, it's part of it, isn't it? So yeah, I will try and get some content there. I am going to come very, very quickly to just film a little bit of a debrief. So it is a couple of weeks after the race, and I am sorry that it's taken so long to get this out to you. If you've got to this point, thank you so much for bearing with the quality of the video. I know it wasn't ideal. It is something that in the short term, I'm just going to record on my phone until I can figure out the settings of the camera, what I need to do. 110% user error, 110%. But I feel as though cameras, for people that don't use them, are really hard to get to grips with. And then I've tried to watch a few YouTube videos and people are like not breaking it down as much as I need to. So it may be that I have to speak to someone who actually uses this camera and try and break it down that way. The race itself, I really enjoyed. It was really, really hard to not put yourself into a false sense of security on that downhill. Like that first 3 miles being downhill, I was thinking, I'm on for a PB here. Like I am absolutely in no way, shape or form in PB shape. But I was in that false sense of security, like the paces I'm running here, like, oh, come on, Summer, like, let's go. And then I turned that corner and was like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? When we'd driven it, there was like one big significant hill, and then the other hill looked quite flat, but the other hill was actually a hell of a lot bigger. And it was just because it was not quite as steep, but it was more gradual, and it was like 1.5 miles long towards the end. And you know when you turn a corner and you think it's going to be flat around this corner, and then you turn it and you're like, it is not flat. So it was a really good mental resilience test. I did just sub 55, so with the goal being really between 50 and 55, I was quite happy with that. My average pace, I work in miles, so it was like 8:43, which on that course I was really happy with. Like it was a reflection of whereabouts I'm at. It's by no means a PB, it's by no means near it, but it is where I am at the minute, and that's what I'm trying to remind myself, that you can't always compare to these things when stuff happens in your life and when you go away from training. This is where I'm at the moment. I've got a half marathon in a few weeks, which is quite scary actually, and I've got another 10k a few weeks after that. So I'm really looking forward to testing myself again, seeing whereabouts I'm at, start a new training program for the 70.3 tomorrow, which is why I'm like getting loads of admin done, getting these videos uploaded. I've found like a bit of passion again. I will chat about the changes at the end of my next video, which will, fingers crossed, be up next week as well. And just try and explain a little bit about what's been going on, where I've been, what's going on, and yeah, the new training program. So I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you so much for bearing with me with the quality or lack thereof of these videos. It really does mean the world that you've sat and listened and got to this point. I would really, really appreciate it if you gave me a like, commented like what are you training for, what's the goal race, what's the goal competition. I am really, really looking for new people to follow on like YouTube and watch their videos and see people's trainings building up to races, because that is one thing that like when I'm training and I'm in the depths of like a 2-hour watt bike, I'm like, right, let's stick some YouTube on, let's listen to how this person's training, let's learn from them. And yeah, I just absolutely love that. So yeah, comment that and I will be looking forward to following, subscribing, all that good stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for supporting me as ever, and I'll see you in the next